Okay, how do I do this? I'm back. I am back after 3 weeks of a hiatus. She's back, ladies and gentlemen. She's back. Okay. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Crystal, and this is Books Forever After, where I sit on the floor, we talk about everything and all things books. Alright, so after 3 weeks of not filming, last time you saw me, I filmed my September TBR. That is what has happened. So after some health things that has happened to myself, and then said medication actually made my diabetes worse, so that was fun. So a new medication for my diabetes, and that also prompted other things, an immune response. So it was all like a domino effect. So felt bad after the first 2 weeks, and then this past week I was just trying to get back into the mental space of filming again. So now I'm better to film. I feel better to film. Feel like being in front of a camera. Really excited about talking about books. It was really fun to have 2 lives this past Sunday. I think today's the 28th. It's Thursday. So yeah, so that was fun, just to chat with April and then some friends on here on YouTube, just for like a fall read along kind of thing. So that was with B and Autumn and Tiffany and Tara. That was really fun. So that's not what we're talking about today. This video, we're gonna do October new releases, as you can tell by the title. I have never done this kind of video before, but I have seen some of my friends and other people that I follow on YouTube do this type of video, and I was like, hey, I want to kind of have a way to keep track, and I want to like talk about the books that I'm excited and looking forward to reading, or because typically I don't read newer books that often, or new releases. I've been reading a lot of backlists. And also it'd be nice to have like a frame of reference, and it'd be interesting to see if like the following year, October, so next year in 2024, if I read any of these new releases that was in October. So it'll be nice to see if that has happened. And it's just also a way just to let you know, if you have similar tastes in books as myself. You might not have heard of these, you might have, and you might want to keep an eye out. Maybe you want to read them. So after that long introduction, let's get started. So I have 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I actually have 10 books here that have intrigued my interest, let's just say. So we're gonna go from the start of the month to the least of the month, earliest to latest. I don't know how to word that, but anywho, let's get started. So I have the first one that caught my attention is a historical romance. It's called The Phantom of Drury Lane by there you go. Use this on my tablet, by Kate Bateman. It's book 5 out of the 8-book series. It's a multi-author series, so it's like a standalone, like a collaboration standalone of that. And I think it's a lot of indie historical romance authors on there. I think I saw Tracy Sumner is on there as well. So I think hers is releasing in October as well. I know I haven't read anything by Tracy Sumner, but she is one that is on my list to read at one point in time. So yeah. That one just looks like a Phantom of the Opera retelling, I want to say. I read a YA one, I think last year, and it was a DNF. It was horrible. So I haven't found a Phantom of the Opera retelling that I like. I read the actual original novel. It's more suspense. It's not really very romantic. But that's what I would love, is to have like a Phantom of the Opera romance that's also like historical. So that's what intrigued my eye. That's coming out October 3rd. Next, that's also releasing on October 3rd is a fantasy novel, Yumi and the Nightmare Painter by Brandon Sanderson. This is book 3 of the 4 secret projects. I have never read Brandon Sanderson, but I am starting with a list, which I want to at least read the first 2 of the Mistborn trilogy this year. It'd be nice if I can get. There's also some novellas, so I have a whole reading order that I'm following from another booktuber that did a video on the recommended reading order of that. So obviously I think this book will be a lot later in that for me, but I have been liking those books. They look really nice and pretty, so I've been seeing them in Target. I'm just not yet, because I know it's gonna take me probably a year or 2 to get to them. So I have to restrain myself. But yeah, so he's definitely a epic fantasy author that I'm looking forward to. I also have 2 of these Skyward series, like it's a YA sci-fi, so I haven't really read that much of the sci-fi genre in general, except for like it's dystopians. You know, Hunger Games and Divergent. Those are really kind of it for me that I've read the most, that I can think of off the top of my head. So I'm looking forward to reading that, or branching into his work. So hopefully I like it. So looking forward to that. Also on October 3rd is Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Maniscalco. She's the one that wrote Kingdom of the Wicked, and I believe this is her first adult. Yeah, it's a fantasy romance. Yeah, it's an adult, so it's her adult debut. So we'll see how that does. Something about a deadly game. Ooh, you give me like a scavenger hunt game, kind of like a Caraval. That was kind of fun. I like puzzles, like trying to figure it out, but making it fun and dark. It feels very dark academia, I think. So that is really intriguing. I definitely want to purchase that, but I still have to read Kingdom of the Wicked, so that is actually going to be reread soon. So I want to read all 3 of those, and then I'll read this one, Throne of All. But I definitely want to pick that up for sure. All right, next on October 10th is Swordcatcher by, what's her name? Cassandra Clare. She's the one who wrote like the Mortal Instruments series, and I've only read like, I think the first 2 or 3 novels way back in the day, back when I was in high school. So I've been trying to collect her books of that series. And I know there's a lot of spin-off series of those as well, so I kind of want to start from the beginning. I've been kind of looking for those books at library book sales, so I've only been able to pick up maybe the first, like some random book in the series. I think the first one, and then like some other random one. So I'm working on it. So that is definitely on the docket there to pick those ones up. I guess I could pick them up from the library in reality to check it out and not do that, but I don't know, there's just so many other books that are priority. So it's like one of those things that I'm taking my time to curate and gather, and then once I do have enough of the series to start reading it. So that's how my brain works. Okay, not number 12. On October 12th, okay, this might be read before October, because I'm supposed to be getting it on Friday. So I am on Sarah Kate's ARC team. So Madam is by Sarah Kate. This is book 6, the very last book in the Salacious Players Club. I have also pre-ordered my copy already, my signed copy on her website. So I just love the series. This is like my favorite. Like it beats 50 Shades of Grey out of the water. It blows it out of the water. So I just love the series. I've been really lucky. She was traditionally published, and so they're rolling out the old indie covers. I have the Persian covers, which are gorgeous. and so they won't be able to sell those anymore. You won't be able to get them. So I was able to get all of them. One I did have to get off of eBay, which was in really good condition. So now I have all the covers. So I all read those mainly on Kindle Unlimited until I want to say Give Me More. No, it was Mercy. Mercy is when I was able to join her ARC team. So looking forward to it. We find out, I think it's going to be like a poly romance. Eden with a man, like an MFF, maybe? Like a poly romance. And Eden has a secret. So that's like the big thing, is I really, really want to know what the secret was. So I definitely want to make sure, and that's one thing that's also really cool, is the author is just kind of very politely asking everyone to not reveal what Eden's secret is, just so we don't ruin it for everybody else. So definitely keeping that in mind, and I'm just excited just to know what it is. I can keep it secret. I can definitely keep it secret. Does it kill me? Yes, but I can keep it secret. All right. October 13th, which is very on theme for Halloween time, is Hallowed by Jessica S. Taylor. Now there are other ones. I don't know if I'll read this one specifically. This one is on my TBR for October, but there is like some Sleepy Hollow, like it feels like I've seen multiple, well, three, really only three. Well, it comes in threes, right? I think that's a bad thing when it comes in threes. Oh well. Anyway, however, I do know that there's, is it Sleepy Hollow by C.M. DaCosta? So that one, and then there's one by Karina Halley, which is Hollowed as well. And I think the C.M. DaCosta one is one that I'm actually going to be buddy reading with my sister. That is the one I want to read on Halloween. So these are all Sleepy Hollow retellings, and I think they're all kind of a little bit different. Some of them are, I think a couple are novellas. I know the C.M. DaCosta one is no novella, but this Hollowed one, I think it's a novella. It's not on Kindle Unlimited. I know the other one, the Karina Halley one, I think is on Kindle Unlimited. But this one by Jessica S. Taylor is not, so you would have to, it's like going to be $3.99 on Kindle, so you just have to purchase that. This one has like a sacrificial kind of element to it. It's a very gothic fantasy, which I feel like that's what I love. I've loved watching the movie Sleepy Hollow because it's a very gothic feeling. My favorite is just really a gothic setting. I don't really like particularly a gothic horror. Kind of like think Jane Eyre. I like a very gothic setting, but not a lot of the horror elements of it. A little bit of a supernatural. But yeah, I'm still gonna read it. Most likely. But we'll see. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to read all three, but at least I want to read the other two, and then maybe have Hollowed like the following month or something like that. Because I believe Karina Halley's actually doing it in a duet, because there's just so much story. She wasn't planning on it, but just so much story she needed to finish and continue. So she's gonna release that in October as well. She just released this most recent one today, actually. So September 28th. So yeah, that is really, really cool. So next one is October 17th, Two Twisted Crowns. This is book 2 of 2 so far. I don't know if there's going to be another one. This is going to be, it's called The Shepherd King. One Dark Window is the first one, which I actually have One Dark Window that I'm going to be reading beginning of the month of October. That I checked out from the library, so I have my little library thing here. So I want to read that one, and if I like it, I definitely want to purchase it, because I've been hearing mixed things now. When I first heard about it, I heard really, really good things. Now I'll hear like 3-star level, so I think I just want to find out for myself if I like it. I think it's kind of like a shadow magic kind of a thing. where the villain is kind of like inside her head. He's like the monster or something like that, but it sounds really good. I don't know if it's going to be a trilogy, but so far it's book 2. So next is October 24th. We have To Ravish a Rogue. This is book 6 of another multi-author standalone series. It's called the Dangerous Tide series. This one is by C.M. DaCosta. Again, here we go, mentioning her. This one just looks fun. I think it's a pirate romance. I'm really probably not in the mood for pirate romances right now, but it's definitely has intrigued me. I only read her How to Marry a Marble Marquis during the August romance readathon, and I liked it. I rated it 3 stars, so but I think that's the general consensus. I know her really most famous one, I'll post a picture up here, is like the Milking Farm or something like that. I don't know what it's called, but the covers I have seen are very intriguing, and it looks interesting, so looking forward to that. Looking forward to that. Next, there are 2 more here. October 24th is A Curse for True Love. This is the book 3 and the final book in the trilogy of the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. I am going to be finishing my reread of the first one of Once Upon a Broken Heart, and I'm going to be reading the second one, A Ballad of Never After, and I'm really enjoying the second read of this. So I'm really looking forward to the third one. So I hear the second book leaves on a cliffhanger. So luckily I won't have to wait long. But as soon as I can see that book in Target, I'm going to grab that one up. And yeah, I actually first saw this book, this series in Target. The cover just intrigued me. And then the description. And I had never heard of Caraval. I didn't know it was connected to Caraval, I think. I don't remember. But then I started hearing things when I started watching, BookTube and everything like that. So yeah, really good things. I'm really liking it this time around. So yeah, looking forward to that. Final book I'm going to mention is October 31st on Halloween. We have A Fire in the Flesh, book 3 of 4 of the Flesh and Fire series, which is the spin-off series of the From Blood and Ash. This is by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I want to make sure I have this as a notification to myself because I read the first 3 in the From Blood and Ash series, and then I need, with the recommended reading order, I still need to read the first one in the Flesh and Fire series, and then go back to the From Blood and Ash, the 4th one, I think, which is like the Queen's one. So looking forward to that. I've enjoyed it so far. I think it's been compared to The Feeling. I would say The Feeling. It's not exactly the same thing as vampires, but just like the writing style similar to Sarah J. Maas. So if you like her, you would like this Jennifer L. Armentrout's writing, I think. But I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's fantasy romance. There's a lot of references to things. Honeydew. Which, to be honest, I even searched in my Kindle because I actually checked that out from the library, and there wasn't that many mentions of honeydew. I'm just saying, it was maybe 3 or 4 times. But it seems like a lot when it's very noticeable and jarring, I think. I could be completely wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so yeah. Well, that is it. That is all of those anticipated new releases for October. Let me know if you liked this kind of style or this new kind of video. I'm sure once I get the hang of it, it'll be a little more interesting. A little better, more organized, I guess. But yeah, so those ones I'm looking forward to. I may have missed a few because I know there is it's hard to keep track. It's hard to keep track, so that's why exactly I'm doing this too as well. Like, I'm just trying to keep a track of, especially from the indie authors, because they can just make an announcement in like 2 months they're gonna have a new release, or literally 6 weeks. So it can kind of happen off the cuff. So yeah. All right, well, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. That really helps me out. And comment down below as well which book you are looking forward to, which of the new releases you're looking forward to for next month. Alright, thank you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.